Hello, I'm Tylah, Tully, and today I'm joined by American Tungsten and Antimony Managing Director Andre Booyzen. Andre, you've delivered a strong start to drilling at Antimony Canyon. Walk us through the results.
Thanks, Tylah. Look, for us, it's a great start, and we're pretty thrilled. It obviously shows that we did our homework on the site. We did a lot of preparation work. We did the geochemistry work. We did sampling work. We did geophysics work. So we knew where to drill, and we knew this is going to be a good ore body. The first two holes, obviously excellent results for us, visual results, and obviously not unexpected as well. Like I said, we always knew this was going to be a really big and a high-grade deposit. The core shows strong mineralization for us, but we'll just have to obviously wait for the first assay results, which we're hoping to get pretty soon. Again, not easy weather for the guys to be drilling. It's winter down in southern Utah, and it can get pretty chilly. We've had some lines freezing up, but the guys at Energold are doing a really good job for us. And we're looking forward to a lot more positive results.
From a bigger picture perspective, what does Antimony Canyon have the potential to become?
Just based on previous work done by the U.S. Geological Survey and the guys in the Utah Bureau of Mines, we knew that Antimony Canyon was always going to be big. We still believe our patented claims themselves probably contain, 6 million plus tons of antimony ore, containing close to 100,000 tons of antimony metal, giving us about a 10-year mine life. And then the total deposit for us is probably in the region of 15 million tons plus of ore, with over 200,000 tons of contained antimony metal. So it's really going to be, in our opinion, the largest in the US and possibly one of the largest in the Western world. They're giving in excess of 20 years mine life, and that's obviously estimates at this stage, but that's just based on the data that we do have. And at those rates, at mining at about 5,000 tons of contained metal per year, we probably could supply about 20% of the US demand per annum, and that's why it's our flagship project.
And you've recently rebranded to American Tungsten and Antimony. What does that change say about the company's direction and ambition?
Well, obviously the rebranding was necessary for especially for the US market. We believe we've assembled absolutely the best antimony and critical minerals team in the US, if not one of the best in the world. And our focus is on critical minerals, but specifically antimony and tungsten, which is where our expertise lie. We also wanted to address the critical shortage of supply of antimony and tungsten in the US. So for us, the name reflects who we are and what we focused on and what we're going to be focused on in the future. And specifically, obviously antimony, but moving more and more towards developing our tungsten assets as well. So for us, the name change will help us get established in the US, and also help us dealing with the US financial institutions and the US government.
So with multiple projects advancing in the US, what are the key priorities for the business over the next year?
Well, one of my priorities is obviously expanding our team, and specifically in the USA as well. We've made inroads into getting our NASDAQ ADR listing done, and we're hoping to get that done late Q1, early Q2. So that's in progress as we speak. And in terms of antimony, obviously we'll keep drilling Antimony Canyon on our patented claims. We'll get our permitting done and start drilling on the unpatented claims this year as well. Our next step will be to get a mineral resource out, and we're hoping to do that sort of early Q3, late Q2, and just followed up at the same time by an initial pre-feasibility study as well. And that we'll follow that up on our patented claims with some pilot mining, as we've always said we're going to do. And obviously this is all accelerated and at much shorter timelines that you usually find in a mining company. And we still aim to be full-scale mining by 2027 or during 2027. And we're still advancing our smelter strategy. Our next point of focus there is the detailed engineering studies and smelter site selection. And we're working with a few states in the US on that as well. In terms of tungsten, we also want to accelerate that. We're about to start our confirmation drilling at Tennessee Mountain and up in northern Nevada. We're just waiting for the permit approval on that, followed up by defining a resource, permitting and drilling, and then obviously a mineral resource estimate and then pre-feasibility study at the Tennessee Mountain as well. And then we need to establish processing and refining facilities, and we're working pretty hard on that, and hopefully there'll be some news flow around that coming period as well. And then Nightingale, our other big asset up in northern Nevada as well, in Pershing County. We just finished a sampling program there, and we're going to carry on with we're going to initiate our permitting and drilling there as well. So we're really looking at consolidating the districts where we're in at the moment, around Tennessee Mountain and Nightingale. And then we're also looking at sort of regional consolidation of tungsten, focused on the northern Nevada area. We still believe that we want to become the leading US vertically integrated tungsten and antimony suppliers, obviously in the US, and if not one of the biggest in the Western world as well. We'll obviously be looking at longer term financing options, and that would include US government grants and loans. That's in process as well as we speak. In fact, I'm heading off to Washington in a couple of weeks' time for some more meetings around that, and meeting with some senior government officials. And we're also talking to some officials at one of the large departments in the US about doing some partnering with them in terms of antimony and tungsten as well. So we have an exciting couple of years ahead of us. Obviously, lots of hard work, but we still fully intend to become miners and producers of antimony and tungsten.
Well, it certainly sounds like a busy year ahead. Andre, thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Tylah.